Hi, friends. Welcome to another episode of Deep True Crime. I'm Manny Rodriguez. In today's episode, we're covering the missing girl from New York, Samantha Humphrey. New York girl disappeared after reportedly meeting with an ex-boyfriend late at night, has not been seen since. We're going to be diving into this story. She is only 14 years old, and it's going on almost 2 weeks since she's been missing. Parents, grandparents, family, they want answers, and they don't think she ran away. Let's go ahead and dive into this story, why don't we, and see what is it that we know at this time. The search continues for a New York girl who has disappeared after reportedly meeting up with an ex boyfriend the day after Thanksgiving of this year. Samantha Humphrey, 14 years old, was last seen around 11:30 p.m. November 25th near Riverside Park in the Stockade neighborhood of Schenectady. Now, her mother, she's wondering, like, where is she? Her mother, Jaclyn Humphrey, she said that Samantha went to the park to meet an ex-boyfriend but never returned home. She met up with the ex on or near an old railroad bridge at the south end of the park. That's what she is sharing. Now, Samantha's mother said that the teen's jacket was later found near the Mohawk River. Now, sources told the outlet that Samantha and the ex argued before the meeting. Now, searchers, they were still out in Riverside Park looking for any sign of the missing teen. Jaclyn said Samantha told her and several others, including friends and school counselors, that the ex had been abusive toward her. Now, according to Samantha's mother, her daughter bit the ex boyfriend on his arm during the altercation. That's why she told her daughter to stay away from him. By all accounts, they believe he was abusive. Now, the mother's suspicion only grew from that moment on when she found out about all of that, and that he was the last person that may have seen her. State police divers, they were in the chilly Mohawk River much of Thursday, December 1st, 2022, searching for evidence or even perhaps a body. And those divers, they left the scene late Thursday afternoon. A state police K9 unit was also back scouring the river bank. Jaclyn Humphrey, she told CBS 6 that her daughter has left home before without telling people where she was going, but always texts or calls after a few hours. This time she feels is different and fears her daughter may be in danger. I will also share that she made a comment on a video interview where she said, her daughter would be gone for 12 hours at a time, but she would always text or call and let them know. So personally, 12 hours, that's a long time. But, if the child is calling, checking in throughout the day to let you know where you're at least they're checking in. But she has been known to be gone for a number of hours at a time. And she says, I want Samantha to know that everybody is very scared and she is very loved and that we only want her home with us as soon as possible. And so if she's out there for any reason doing her Sam thing and like seeing this or seeing anything else on the news, that hopefully she knows how much of an impact it's having on me and the rest of her family and her friends and the parents of all of her friends, Jaclyn Humphrey told CBS 6. Now, Schenectady police say they have interviewed witnesses, but due to Samantha's age, they are being very careful about the information that they put out to the public. Jaclyn also asked her son to get in touch with Samantha's friends including her ex-boyfriend, to find out whatever he could possibly find out. She said that her son spoke to him, calling him once, and then a second time he called, she had her son put him on speakerphone. And she said that the ex boyfriend was frantic and upset that police were by his house. He could not understand why they would send police to his home. This kind of surprises me that the ex boyfriend would kind of surprises me that the ex-boyfriend would make those comments like, what do you think would happen if you're the last person that may have talked to her? Why would he be surprised that police would want to talk to him? But again, I say a little surprised because as long as he's around her age, he's a teenage boy. Of course, they're not going to give who this kid is at this time. They're not going to give a lot of information. But if he is a teenager, he could be upset, but maybe not know how these crimes are handled because he's too young. But a lot of kids anymore are very savvy in this particular thing, right? But if he's her age, 14 years old, maybe he doesn't know that, hey, if you're the last person to talk to her, we are going to be talking to you. So again, let's continue to dive into more of this. Now, Sergeant Patrick Irwin, the spokesperson for the Schenectady Police Department, he said that police continue to search the Mohawk River. And this was as late as Friday of last week. Now, today is Tuesday. Sergeant Irwin said, we are in that area because that's her last known location. We have also learned that Samantha is good friends with another missing teen, Hajili Howard, who hasn't been seen since November 19th. I'm sorry, since November 9th. Now, Sergeant Irwin, he also reported that the department has been in contact with Hajili Howard, a second Schenectady 9th grader who was reported missing, as I mentioned, on November 9th. The police have contacted Howard through a third party, but have not located her as of Friday afternoon. The department does not believe Howard is in danger, and the agency has found no link to the two girls' disappearance. There is no connection between Samantha's disappearance and Hajili. However, they are friends, Irwin confirmed. Samantha's grandmother, Diane Matarazzo, said she does not believe that Humphrey and Howard are together. I know they were very close friends, she said. I met Hajili, but I don't think that they're together. Only because I don't believe that Samantha would not get in touch with me or her grandfather or Father Jeff or her brother Mattox. She's close to all of us. There's no reason she wouldn't call her brother if she was in trouble and let him know that she's in trouble. Whatever happened, we would be here for her and deal with whatever it was. Matarazzo said the family is sticking together during a traumatic period. She said, as much as possible, her father is devastated, as of course we are. Sam and her brother lived with us for a few years while her father was getting his nursing degree. So we are very close. We are just as much parents to them. We do everything for them. If they call us, we come running. So she would just not do this to us. Matarazzo said Samantha lived with her and her husband John from the ages of 7 to 13. The grandmother said the Schenectady police have been in daily contact with the family. She last saw her granddaughter November 22nd when she took Humphrey to a dentist appointment, she said. She was supposed to be getting her braces out last week as well. Matarazzo said that she talked to Humphrey via phone at approximately 6:45 p.m. on the night of her disappearance on November 25th. Humphrey was last seen at approximately 11:30 in the area of Riverside Park in the Stockade neighborhood that evening. And she said she wanted to come here on Saturday, November 26th and have some leftovers from Thanksgiving, but then I could never reach her again on my phone, she shared. In a letter to district parents on Thursday, Schenectady City School District Superintendent Annabelle Soler Jr. noted that the district is working closely with the police department's Youth Aid Bureau and is asking the school community to report any information about the girls to police. So if you know anything, share it. That's what he's wanting anyone to do. We understand that this situation may be difficult for our students due to what they may be hearing on TV or reading on social media, and they could be experiencing a range of emotions, Soler wrote. Our team of school counselors, social workers, and psychologists are always available to help students. Soler on Friday said that the school district community is still reeling from the news of the two missing ninth grade pupils who both attend Schenectady High School. I think anytime we hear anything like this about any of our students, it's a punch in the gut, he shared. We want nothing negative to happen to any of our kids. So to come out of a holiday break for Thanksgiving and the news you get on Friday night is that one of your students is missing, it definitely impacts our kids and our various communities. This is still fresh for our staff and students that know her. We are just all hoping for a positive outcome. Soler said he was heartened to hear that the police had been able to connect with Howard through a third party. He said, "That's fantastic news. Our hope is that maybe she'll not work through a third provider and come back to school and we can wrap around her and provide her the necessary support." Now, police have reportedly been in contact with the ex, also described as a teenager, but no one has been named a suspect in the disappearance. Jaclyn, the mom, added that according to cell phone records, the last person Samantha spoke to was the ex-boyfriend, who she reportedly warned to stay away from. Now, New York police underwater recovery team was spotted scouring the river last week while police continue to search for Samantha. Now, also involved was the New York State Police Aviation Unit. Its dive team and the Schenectady Police Drone Unit have also been utilized in the search. Samantha was last seen wearing the recovered black and pink puffy jacket along with bell-bottom jeans and tan Timberland boots. She stands 4 feet 11 inches tall and weighs around 95 pounds. She is a young girl, 14 years old. Now, truth is, we do not know everything. This is still a developing story. She could be a teenager who ended up running away. Hopefully not. Her parents disown that idea. Her grandma and mama, like, where would she run away to? She has no clothing with her. She has no money. She has no food. Where would she go? That's a fair statement. Where did this Howard go? Because they don't even know where she's at. That's a different story, obviously, but she has been considered a missing teenager as well. To have two ninth graders from the same school go missing, that's a little odd, but one of them is said to be fine through a third party who said, police confirmed there's a third party. We have no reason to believe that that Howard girl is in danger. But we don't really know about Samantha at this time. And that's why I'm doing a story on this, because all eyeballs needs to be on this young teenage girl who has been missing since the day after Thanksgiving. 14. She cannot go far. But considering that the last person she spoke to is her ex-boyfriend, obviously eyeballs are going to be following this dude around. And the jacket was found where they were supposed to be meeting. Well, let's be real. That doesn't look very good for the ex-boyfriend. But until there's a crime scene, until there's something that says something bad happened to her, right now they just have her jacket, which does not look good either. You're talking about cold weather out in New York. She needs that coat. So that is definitely alarming. That raises red flags to me, at least. What about you? What do you think about this? So, this is a news story. We don't really know much. So, if you know anything, please share it with authorities. And so, anyone with information is urged to call Schenectady Police at 518 630 0911. That's 518 630 0911. My friends, it's stories like this that do not need to die out. 14-year-old girl gone missing. Family's not heard from her. Again, she's been gone for maybe 12 hours at a time, but she always kept in touch with her family. So, what's going on here? What's going on? We want to know. Does the ex-boyfriend know more than he's saying? Well, I don't know. That sounds pretty fishy, but I'm not here to judge. I'm here to give the information until we know more. My friends, if at the end of the day, my goal is to be another voice for the victims. My goal is to be someone who alerts you of what could go wrong in this crazy world we live in. Because you never know that one quick boom. We did not look over our shoulders at the right time. Trust me, I always try to be alert, but it doesn't matter how alert you can be. You could be at a stoplight and get carjacked, right? You never know how bad things can get. And so if this is the type of content you like to follow, hit that subscribe button. Click on that like if you got some value from this. And truth is, if you do not hit that notification, you could miss some of my content. Because just because you subscribe doesn't mean you always see it. YouTube is always trying to show a lot of content, right? And so it may not pop up on your timeline whenever I share anything. My friends, these are the stories that do not need to get missed. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, hit that subscribe button. Until then, we hope to find out more information on little Sam Humphrey. Where are you, Sam? Please come home. Or should I say, please go home. Your family is worried sick. My friends, I'm Manny Rodriguez. Thank you for joining me on another episode of Deep True Crime. Until next time, my friends, let's find little Sam. Have a great day.